Picture your first January as a gym owner. Every treadmill is taken, the weight room is loud, 3 people are waiting at the front desk, and somebody is already asking when you will open a second location. It looks like a money machine. But a packed gym can still be losing money because crowds are not the same thing as profit. And there is another twist. You have probably heard that gyms make money from people who pay every month and never show up. That story sounds clever. It is also badly out of date. In 2025, only 4.6% of American fitness members made no visits at all. Members recorded nearly 7 billion visits that year. So if successful gyms are not simply collecting money from invisible customers, where does the profit actually come from? And how can a gym look full while its owner's bank account is getting emptier? To answer that, we need to stop looking at the dumbbells and look at what the business is really selling. A gym does not really sell workouts. People can exercise for free. What the gym sells is permission to enter a useful space, use expensive equipment, and repeat the habit whenever they choose. That makes a gym a subscription business with a physical building attached. The subscription part is attractive. Money can arrive every month, whether a member visits twice or 20 times. But the building part is demanding. Rent, staff, cleaning, air conditioning, repairs, software, insurance, and loan payments keep moving even on a quiet Tuesday. The owner's job is to make those two sides work together. They must sell enough access to cover the building without selling so much that the building becomes unpleasant to use. In other words, an empty gym feels like failure. A gym that is too full also feels like failure. The profitable space sits in the middle. Enough members to support the fixed costs, enough room to keep them happy, and enough cash to replace the machine that starts making a terrible noise on Friday night. The good news is that the demand is very real. 81 million Americans belong to a gym or fitness studio in 2025. That was 5.2% more than the year before. But membership is not a pile of money that stays forever. It is more like a bucket with a hole in the bottom. New members pour in, cancellations leak out. The owner has to keep the level high enough to pay the bills. In one large industry benchmark, average member retention was 66.4%. That is roughly 2 out of every 3 members. Useful, but it means the sales work never really ends. Why does somebody leave? Maybe the gym is crowded, the showers are dirty, or a cheaper club opens nearby. Maybe they move or lose the habit. This is why signups can be misleading. A gym can sell 500 new memberships in January and still finish the year almost where it started if hundreds of older members quietly cancel. Finding a new member matters. Keeping a good member can matter even more. Before the first membership is sold, the owner meets the first giant bill: the space itself. A gym needs more than 4 walls, and a motivational quote, "The floor may need to carry repeated impacts." The electrical system supports lights, treadmills, and air conditioning. The building may need showers, drainage, sound control, fire safety work, and accessible entrances. Then comes the underestimated part: flooring, mirrors, delivery, assembly, safe spacing, and equipment that may need to be bolted down. There is no honest universal price for opening a gym. A small training studio and a large 24-hour club are different businesses. For scale, Planet Fitness told investors that a new club under its model required roughly $3 million of capital, while a remodel was around $1 million. That does not mean your local independent gym needs $3 million. It shows how expensive the full-size version can become. And the opening budget is only the first test. The owner also needs enough cash to survive, while memberships grow slowly and every monthly bill arrives on time. Equipment creates a very convincing trap. One machine looks affordable. A complete gym floor does not take a commercial treadmill. One documented U.S. government contract listed a premium slat belt model at $8,510 in 2024. One is manageable, 10 costs more than $85,000, and the gym still has no bikes, rowers, or stair climbers. Strength equipment repeats the trick. Current rack prices from one major supplier run from hundreds to several $1,000s, now at benches, plates, dumbbells, cable machines, storage mats, and dozens of accessories. Then remember that equipment is not a one-time decoration. Pulleys tear, cables wear, and electronics fail. Belts need service. A broken machine takes up space while producing angry members instead of revenue. The owner has 3 choices: buy, lease, or finance. Buying uses cash now. Leasing protects some cash but adds regular payments. Financing spreads the cost and adds interest. Every choice moves the pressure. None of them makes the equipment free. Once the doors open, the building starts eating money every day. Rent is obvious, but a gym also uses electricity for lighting, cardio equipment, hot water, and long hours of air conditioning. More members create more cleaning, laundry, supplies, and wear. Staffing changes with the model. A coaching studio needs skilled trainers. A large, low-price club may need cleaners, sales staff, managers, and long opening hours. There are also the quiet bills, insurance, payment processing, membership software, security, accounting, maintenance contracts, permits, and taxes. Even the playlist has a business model. A personal Spotify account is for personal use. It does not give a gym permission to play music publicly. A commercial gym needs music that is properly cleared for business use, with the exact rules depending on the country and the music. Together, these quiet costs decide whether the owner is building wealth or only a very expensive place to work. That is why the next number matters more than the crowd you see at 6 in the evening. How many paying members can this building support across the whole day? Gym capacity is not just about square feet. It is about time. Imagine 1,000 members. They do not arrive evenly. The gym may be quiet at 5 in the morning and short of every popular bench at 5 in the evening. The owner can have unused space most of the day and angry crowds during the hours that matter. Large, low-price clubs solve part of this with volume. Planet Fitness ended 2025 with 20.8 million members across 2,896 clubs. Dividing those figures gives an average of roughly 7,180 members per club, although real locations vary. That only works because all 7,180 people do not arrive together. The membership card sells access to a month. The building delivers access 1 hour at a time. Owners can spread demand with off-peak offers, varied class times, 24-hour access, and better layouts. But they cannot keep selling forever. Eventually, one more member creates more frustration than profit. The useful number is utilization. How much of the gym's real capacity is being used, when it is being used, and whether that use still creates a good experience. Pricing does more than decide what a member pays. It decides what kind of gym the owner has to build. A low-priced gym needs many members, efficient staffing, and enough peak hour capacity. A premium club can survive with fewer members, but people expect better facilities and service. A coaching gym is different again. It may charge more because members receive programming, attention, and accountability. But now the business depends on finding and keeping good coaches. Consider a simple example. 1,000 members paying $50 a month create $50,000 of monthly membership revenue. That sounds impressive. Now subtract fees, payroll, rent, utilities, insurance, cleaning, software, marketing, repairs, debt, taxes, discounts, and failed payments. Revenue is the money entering the building. Profit is what remains after the building takes its share. The mistake is choosing a price because a nearby gym uses it. That other gym may own its building, carry less debt, sell more training, or have thousands more members. The price must fit the model, and the model must fit the local customer. Membership dues may be the foundation, but many gyms build a second floor on top of them. Personal training turns floor space into coaching revenue. Group classes feel social and guided. Some gyms add nutrition coaching, recovery, drinks, clothing, childcare, sports training, or premium access. Each extra service can raise the amount earned from one member. It can also give that member another reason to stay. Extra revenue is not automatically extra profit. Training requires coaches. Childcare requires people, space, safety systems, and insurance. Retail can sit unsold. Recovery equipment needs cleaning and maintenance. The strongest add-on usually connects to the reason members joined. A busy parent may value short coach sessions. A powerlifter may pay for specialist equipment. A beginner may pay for confidence instruction in a plan. Selling random products at the front desk is not a strategy. A good revenue stack increases value without turning the gym into 5 badly managed businesses. This is also where independent gyms can beat giant chains. They may never win on price or advertising, but they can win with a clear community, specialist knowledge, and an experience built for one group of people. Big chains can make the gym business look easier than it is because they are not earning money in only one way. Planet Fitness reported $1.3 billion of company revenue in 2025, while its entire system produced $5.3 billion in sales. Those numbers are not the same. The company earns through franchise operations, corporate-owned clubs, and equipment sold to franchisees. The wider system includes sales made by thousands of franchise locations. Its mature corporate clubs reported an average unit volume of about $2 million and a strong adjusted four-wall margin. But that does not mean an independent owner can copy the logo, charge a low price, and receive the same result. The chain has national advertising, purchasing power, a known brand, tested layouts, and years of data. Franchisees gain a system but accept fees, rules, and less freedom. An independent gym receives the opposite bargain. More freedom. More responsibility. The owner chooses the audience price, culture, and service, then discovers what works without a large network funding the experiments. So when a famous chain publishes an impressive margin, compare the whole machine, not just the treadmills inside one location. Before signing a lease, an owner needs one very plain calculation. How many paying members are required just to stop losing money? Start with costs that arrive even if nobody walks in: rent, salaries, insurance, software, debt, and maintenance. Then estimate payment fees and other costs created by each member. Take the average amount actually collected from one member, not the poster price, and subtract those member costs. The rest contributes to the fixed bills. Divide the fixed bills by that contribution. The result is the approximate break-even. Membership count. Then make the test uncomfortable. What if opening is delayed? What if membership is 20% below plan? What if the air conditioning fails? A plan that works only when everything goes perfectly is not a plan. It is a wish. The owner also needs a cash reserve. A profitable-looking gym can run out of cash because equipment and construction are paid before years of membership revenue arrive. Profit on paper cannot pay today's bill if the money has not reached the account. So is owning a gym a good business? It can be. Demand is large and growing. Revenue repeats. A strong community is hard to copy. And helping people feel healthier can create real loyalty. But none of that removes the hard parts. The building is expensive. Equipment costs multiply. Demand bunches into peak hours. Members leave. Staff quality matters. And a full floor does not prove that the price covers the costs. The popular claim that 80% of gyms fail is not supported by the evidence we found. U.S. data puts 5-year survival for private business establishments around 50 to 57%. That covers businesses generally, not gyms specifically. The more useful question is not, do gyms fail? It is, does this gym work before I risk the money? Can the market support the price? Is the location convenient? How many members reach break-even? What if retention falls? Which extra services fit? Is there enough cash for delays, repairs, and a slow first year? And one final question. Does the owner want to own a gym? Or do they only want to work out in a gym they designed? Because the winning business is not the one with the loudest weight room. It is the one where the membership, the building, and the customer experience keep supporting each other after the January crowd goes home. In the next Teardown, we can put real numbers into that break-even test and build a gym budget from the empty room to the first profitable month.